Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weebs here, and this is What If Naruto Was Betrayed Part 6. Last time we left off with Naruto, Tsuki, going back and actually talking about telling Tsunade about the mission. Well, to go to talk to Itachi about the thing that he was talking about to Tsuki, and they arrive at the village, they take a day rest, and the next day they actually go to Tsunade and they tell Tsunade everything. And Tsunade agrees, saying, "Alright, I'll let you two go. But, Naruto, I want you to come back as soon as something drastic happens. If anything, anything dangerous happens to you or Tsuki, teleport straight away. Tsuki, you too, you understand?" And Tsuki says, "Yes, we shall teleport back to the village in case something bad happens." And Naruto and Tsuki actually teleport to Itachi. I'm pretty sure Itachi has a kunai. Well, if I didn't give it to him, I should have, and my bad if I didn't. So they teleport the day afterwards, which was meant to be the day that they meet up, and Itachi was meant to meet up with Sasuke 3 days later, which meant that the Jiraiya was already planning on going to the village, the rain village, you know, just like the original when Naruto was actually taking a rest, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so while Itachi died at near enough the same time as Jiraiya, so I'll see around then. So Naruto and Tsuki are now on their way. Well, they are there, and Tsuki greets Itachi, and she gets straight to the point and says, "Brother, please tell me why." And Naruto's at the back on guard just in case something happens, and Itachi decides to show her the whole truth, and Naruto as well. So he puts them on their genjutsu, where he shows everything. And Tsuki's like, "Where are we?" And Itachi's like, "I shall show you the truth." And both of you is just saying. And 10 seconds. Well, I'll say that it takes quite a while. I'll say a minute later. Yes, a minute is more than enough to show everything to Tsuki and Naruto, because it goes faster for them, but in real life it's really slow. Anyway, they wake up from the genjutsu. Well, Kuroma's like, "Naruto, it's over, come back." And Tsuki's like, Tsuki had tears in her eyes, and she's like, "So you did this all this time? You did it to save me and Sasuke?" And Itachi's like, "You are my little siblings. I shall never touch you guys. I shall never even try to hurt you guys. You guys are the people I love the most. I will never hurt you guys. I'm sorry if I have over the years, but I couldn't handle the fact that you guys would have been killed if I didn't follow Danzo's what Danzo said. But I don't want you to hold a grudge up against Danzo, though. I know he's a demon, but he did this to protect the village, and I did it too, to protect not only you and Sasuke, but the village. Please, Tsuki, don't go against the village. Protect it, please." And then Itachi starts coughing, and Tsuki's like, "Wait, are you okay?" And basically, Naruto's kind of worried as well, because he knows Itachi is a man that he respects, not only for protecting the woman he loves, the village he loves, but to give up everything, even the woman he loved, his girlfriend, Izumi, to kill her just to protect his two younger siblings. That's something Naruto has to respect. He cannot put any dirt on Itachi. He's like, "I respect you, Itachi." And basically, well, in his mind, and Kuroma's like, "This man, Jesus." And Tsuki goes up to him, and Itachi's like, "It's alright, I'll just take my medication." And Tsuki sees the medication he's taking, the pills, and Tsuki's like, slaps them away, saying, "Those are drugs. They won't help you for any longer. It will just make it worse. when he comes back, and Itachi's like, I gotta survive long enough to fight Sasuke, and allow him to beat me. And Tsuki's like, no, you're not going to fight Sasuke in this condition, and lays Itachi on his back, and Itachi's like, what are you doing, Tsuki? And Tsuki's like, I want to know what your symptoms are. I'll heal you right now. And Naruto's like, Tsuki here. And Naruto actually gathered sage chakra, nature energy, while he was still, and he gave it all to Tsuki. Yes, Naruto can transfer chakra as well, so he gives all his sage chakra to Tsuki, so she can go to Sage Mode straight away. And she's like, tell me now. And Itachi's like, wait, you're a healer? And Tsuki's like, just tell me already. And Itachi's like, oh, I have a breathing disease. I'm not sure what it is, and I'm pretty sure it's like bronchitis. I'm not sure, but is it? We never really got a specification of the disease Itachi had. Remember, Naruto is based on a lot of real life facts. For example, the Rinnegan. If you guys didn't know, it is a lot. Well, the Rinnegan is based off of Buddhism, if you didn't know, and also the massive Buddha 1000 thing. Anyway, oh, you know, the wood the wood punches of hell, the fisting, the 1000 fisting, the 1000 years of fisting, the 1000 wood years of fisting. Okay, I'm moving mad. Anyway, Naruto watches Tsuki while she uses a ton of chakra to heal Itachi, and by the time she's done, she barely has any chakra to teleport back. And Naruto's like, Tsuki, you did well. And Itachi felt renewed, and Tsuki not only did she do that, but she actually restored a bit of Itachi's vision. Yes, Tsuki is that good of a healer that she can actually restore someone's distorted vision. Someone, and Uchiha, who has used the Mangekyo Sharingan way too much, and Tsuki's like, you've used the Mangekyo way too much, you know, older brother, and Itachi's like, I had to protect everyone. And Tsuki's like, anyway, and pulls out one of her own eyes, and pulls out Itachi's, I'll say the left eye, and she shoves both of them, two different ones inside each other, and she heals them at the same time, saying, that should do. I'm out of chakra though. Will have the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan soon, and I'll have one too, with a smile on her face. And this is something that took me a while to come up with, and there isn't much proof that one Mangekyo Sharingan can give you both of them. And yeah, so this is what I was talking about yesterday in my community post. I was really confused on how I should do it, so then I completely forgot to factorize that there is something called plot armor. There is plot armor in this wave. So since Tsuki is one of the main characters, her plot armor is on a Madus. Yeah, so Tsuki actually is able to gain both eternal Mangekyo Sharingans because of her different type of cells, and you'll understand why, because I'm going to explain the history of the shinobi of Hogoromo and everything in a later part, because there is something there is something mad that I had to come up with. It might not look amazing, it might not be like, oh, you're so stupid, or you took this long to think of that. Remember, guys, I tried to keep my wife's I tried to do my wife's with the facts of the original. So my wife's would have to the arcs. For example, in one of my wife's, I completely changed it. Like, what if Naruto went dark? The whole war arc was completely changed, altered, but still, here it will be altered a ton. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's continue. Tsuki has both Mangekyo Sharingan, same as Itachi, and Itachi's like, wait, what? And Tsuki's like, I found this, I read, if you didn't understand the Uchiha tablet, Oh my days. I messed up that. I butchered the whole entire phrase anyway. The Uchiha tablet says that even with one of your brother's eyes, you shall unlock, or your sister's eyes, or one of your siblings' eyes, you shall unlock both the Mangekyo Sharingans. And I'm sure that you can give one to Sasuke, your original eye to Sasuke, so he can unlock the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan whenever he unlocks the Mangekyo. But I have one thing to say. Please don't kill Sasuke and come back to the village, Itachi. Please. And Itachi's like, I will. I have a plan. I will fake my death against Sasuke. And before I fake it, I'll tell Sasuke the whole entire truth. I'd give him one of my eyes. Then I'll fake my death. And I will transport myself. Well, not transform, transport. Yeah. For my plan to really work, I want one of you, since you have the flying Raijin, to teleport me to the Leaf Village. And Naruto's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it, but what day? And Itachi's like, I told Sasuke to come in 3 days from now. And Naruto's like, cool, I got you, bro. And Itachi thanks Tsuki by actually patting her on the head, saying, Tsuki, you did well. You healed me. You gained the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and you gave me the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And also, you found yourself a real good boyfriend. And Itachi gives a thumbs up, looking at Naruto, and says, I approve. And Naruto's like, thank you. And says, anyway, I'll be here the day before the fight starts. So, please take care. And stay safe. So Itachi's like, anyway, yes, I shall take care and stay safe. And Naruto teleports away. And now Tsuki is actually in Naruto's, well, they're in their home, since they do share an apartment. And Naruto is actually treating her with care. And Naruto's like, you worked hard, Tsuki. And Tsuki's like, just had to do what I had to do, right? And Naruto's like, no, you worked real hard. I respect you, Tsuki. You really are the person that I've been wanting for years. Anyway, you shall get some rest now. You worked way too hard. You worked yourself to a point of exhaustion. And Tsuki's like, no, I want to come as well to see Sasuke and how much Sasuke improved. And Naruto's like, if you rest, you might be able to get better by 2 days. Remember, you are pretty good at healing, and plus I'll help you out as well if you do what I want you to do for the next day. And Tsuki's like, I'm bedbound though. And Naruto's like, you don't have to go out of the bed. I can be on top of you. And it's not what you guys think it is. It's just a little smooch anyway. So of course, I have to continue the ship, or I'm going to get flamed in the comments. And just saying, it's 1 a.m, so I'm kind of screaming. So it's gonna be an hour part anyway. Well, I'll try to do an hour part. I want to do an hour part. I'll hopefully do an hour part. Anyway, 2 days have passed. Naruto and Tsuki have just been doing couple stuff, and in those 2 days, Jiraiya actually was traveling to the Rain Village, and of course Tsunade was alerted about what really happened with Itachi, and she wanted to pulverize, annihilate, destroy, kill, slice, cut in half, cut his DD off, his PP off. Yeah, so like she wants to erase Danzo from this from the face of the earth. And I'm sure we all want to do that, but remember, was Danzo really wrong? I know it's immoral to do everything he's done, but if you look at it from Danzo's perspective, he was always doing it for the village. As the third Hokage said, Danzo might be a man who isn't too friendly or anything. In fact, a man who is probably like Orochimaru in Naruto, pretty snaky and slimy and sly. But he was mostly doing it for the village. So in some people's view, Danzo was kind of in the right, and if you think of it, Danzo was in the right. But of course, his way of thinking just wasn't. Even though what he was trying to achieve was right, the way he approached it was wrong. It was like the Hokage worked from the light to keep a good face, while Danzo did all the dirty work. You know what I mean? So technically Danzo did a lot for the village and for the Hokage, but not a lot for himself, because he took it in the wrong way. Well, he approached it in the wrong way. Anyway, let's not blab on for too long. And in those 2 days, as I said, Jiraiya has arrived in the Rain Village, and he gets intercepted by Nagato, well, not Nagato, Pain, the Six Paths of Pain, and Conan, and Jiraiya was ready to fight. Remember, Jiraiya has mastered Sage Mode, so yeah, it won't be an easy fight for Pain. And the fight goes pretty similar, just that Jiraiya is, let's say, exponentially stronger, and he's able to take out 4 of the paths, except for the absorb. Well, he took out 4 of the paths, including the absorbing one. But he was running low on chakra, especially now that he has to face off against Diva Path, and Jiraiya had no intel, so him taking out 4 of the paths is him taking out 3 of the paths in his first fight when he didn't even have perfect Sage Mode, showed how broken Sage Mode was. But him taking out 4 with perfect Sage Mode but without any intel, so he must have went through trial and error because he didn't know all the abilities of the Pains. So he took out the human path, the absorbing path, the summoning path, and the Naraka path. So only the healing path, the King of Hell path, and the Diva path, the main path, so they're left. And they're actually, well, the Diva path takes on Jiraiya while he was out of chakra, and actually Almighty pushes him away while the King of Hell path heals all of them, and Jiraiya knows that now he cannot beat them, and he's like, alright. And as soon as all the paths try to attack him, Jiraiya's like, psych, you know. He just jukes them and reverse summon. Well, uses the reverse summoning jutsu to summon into the Hokage's office, where Naruto and Tsuki were, and Naruto gets told about everything, while Tsuki and Tsunade were healing. Well, Tsunade wanted to heal. Tsuki wanted to heal Jiraiya, but Tsunade decided to do it herself, and that's a privilege not everyone gets anyway. So Tsunade is healing Jiraiya, and Jiraiya tells them about everything, and Naruto's like, god damn it, there's too many things happening. And just saying, the day after, the day after, Naruto's has to go with Tsuki. So Naruto and Tsuki actually meet up a day and a half, half a day before. Naruto, Tsuki, and Itachi meet up half a day before the actual fight, and Jiraiya's actually there. Jiraiya actually knew that Sage Mode would actually be, Naruto, Tsuki, him, and Itachi, now that he knows that Itachi will be back in the village for good, will be more than capable enough of annihilating the Pain and finding out where he's hiding, because remember, Jiraiya actually knew that Pain wasn't the true Pain because of Nagato not being there, and Nagato had the Rinnegan, and it's pretty obvious. If you're someone like Jiraiya, Jiraiya might be knuckle-headed, but it does not mean he's not smart. He might not be the smartest, but bro, his intellect is mad, especially with all the experience he's had. And if he adds 1 plus 1 together, since he never knew the abilities of the Rinnegan, and there are 6 abilities, who says there are more? For all he knows, there could be another 1,000 of them. Maybe one that he can rip out the earth, and throw it like a freaking stone, and maybe another one where he can take trees, mold them into a Rasengan. Who knows? So Jiraiya really didn't know, but he added 1+1 since Conan and Yahiko. Well, it's not Yahiko anymore because Yahiko does not have the Rinnegan, and all of them had the Rinnegan in both eyes. So he probably thought that someone's controlling them and they're puppets because Nagato had the Rinnegan, and from what his resources say, last time he heard of Nagato, he was not dead. He actually made something, an organization, unnamed organization, because he was the Akatsuki. But of course, Jiraiya didn't know because they didn't get that information. But apparently he was in an organization, and now he understands that it's Akatsuki, and he wants to change Nagato. But right now he's with Itachi. Well, Naruto. Well, he needs to wait for Naruto to come back with Itachi. Anyway, Naruto and Tsuki actually had their presence the next day when Sasuke actually comes. And just saying, Orochimaru wasn't killed. Sasuke actually went on his own. Orochimaru trusted him enough, even though Orochimaru was following them with Kabuto hiding their presence enough that Sasuke couldn't even feel him or sense him. So Team Taka was actually made of him, Sasuke himself, the almighty Sakura, as some of you are begging me to kill her off, but I cannot. I'm sorry. I know, like, even if I were you guys, I'd be begging whoever was making this to kill Sakura, because I'd be pissed. Anyway, Sakura and the normal team, and of course Karin and Sakura fight over Sasuke, but of course it doesn't matter here because Sasuke's he is pretty much weak right now. And Itachi actually goes with the plan, fakes his death, gives his eye, and it's not since Karin actually can heal injuries if with a bite, Sasuke actually puts it on, and since he already awakened the Mangekyo after hearing what happened, and then Naruto, Tsuki, and Itachi decided to go away because they cannot stay there for any longer. And as soon as they left, Zetsu actually already knew that Itachi had abandoned Akatsuki, and now that Sasuke has both the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingans, Itachi actually has one of his brother's eyes and one of his sister's eyes. So Itachi will actually be the stronger one out of the two if he's using the Susanoo. If it was just Susanoo fighting, Itachi will be stronger because there is something that I didn't mention. And just saying, Tsuki can actually use the perfect Susanoo because she's so overpowered, and same as Itachi. Itachi's Susanoo was actually his Totsuka blade actually turned purple, and pink, and his Yato mirror turned purple. And Tsuki's ability, well, Tsuki actually had two swords, two small swords from the back of the waist of the Susanoo. That's a lot of the. Anyway, she can pull both of them out, and now they're red since because of Itachi's Sharingan. And now that Sasuke's katana, you know how he had the sword, it will actually be red. So the colors are different. So anyway, we will continue. A few days later, pain attacks, and Itachi was actually hid by the leaf, and because hid from the elders because they don't want to tell them yet, and they were attacked, and the whole village was actually about to get destroyed. But of course Naruto was already on the scene with Tsuki. Itachi would protect the village at any cost. So even if giving out his current status, he doesn't care as long as he can protect the village. So Naruto, Tsuki, Itachi, and also Jiraiya, Tsunade as well. They all appear at the scene, and they're ready to fight, and they're ready to annihilate because they will have no mercy. So of course they start fighting. Since there's how many of them? Tsunade and Jiraiya, Tsuki and Naruto. There's 5 of them. So all of them take one path out, and Naruto, well, Naruto actually decides that he wants to fight the last path on his own, because he wants to see that if he can kill, well, he wants to test out his powers, because, well, then he actually kind of gets destroyed, not knowing the true abilities of the Diva Path. Well, he does, but he didn't know about the Chibaku Tensei, the universal, well, not universal, the planetary devastation, which Itachi actually figures out perfect in 2 seconds about what it is. So Tsuki and Itachi turn into the Mangekyo. Well, they turn on the, well, sorry, they go into the perfect Susanoo, and Tsuki actually combined an attack with Itachi. They actually, well, Itachi actually used the yes, he used the same move as in the original, even though he don't want to use the Totsuka blade because he can't throw it, but he used those Yasaka beats, I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the description below. And Tsuki actually threw one of her both her katanas, because that was, well, there was small a shorter katana. Each of her swords were shorter katanas. It was like Shisui's sword. Anyway, Naruto did the Tail Beast Bomb. Jiraiya did his Rasen Shuriken. Tsunade really couldn't do anything because she can't do it. But what she did is that she actually boosted Jiraiya's strength. Well, his attack power, and they destroyed the Chibaku Tensei easily. And just saying, some of the villagers actually died during that. Well, no, they didn't die. They actually survived, but I mean, some of the a bit of the village was actually destroyed during that. And Naruto, Tsuki, and Itachi, well, all 5 of them were able to take out the Diva Path. And in the end, Naruto does the reverse tracking jutsu. You know, he tracks down Nagato, and they actually head to Nagato. Naruto and Jiraiya actually go by themselves, and while that was happening, Tsunade and Tsuki actually were healing people who got hurt in the attack, and not many casualties were there, because there were only some injuries. Some were fatal, well, could have been fatal if Tsuki and Tsunade weren't there, and also Shizune, because Shizune is actually pretty good at healing. Anyway, Itachi was just there in case some of the Akatsuki actually attacked, but then he was met by the well, he was actually approached by Danzo and the Leaf Elders and accused that he committed treason, and he left, but he was actually meant to stay after after the Uchiha massacre, and Tsuki protected him by saying that he was actually protecting the village from the Akatsuki all this time. He was giving information to the third Hokage, and and then Tsunade actually pulls out something that she found that the third Hokage actually hid. There were the letters sent by Itachi, and she showed them as proof, and Itachi was actually was not held guilty, and so the Leaf Elders and Danzo actually looks back, and he actually saw the fight, and he's like, how the frick are they that strong? And he was kind of jealous of Tsuki's and Itachi's Sharingans, and like, and he's like, I need to get them. And he walks off, and while that was happening, Nagato actually gets Takano Jutsu. Then he's like, don't have much time. And Naruto's like, don't worry, and he actually gives Nagato a ton of chakra, and Nagato is actually back to normal because Naruto can heal. And Nagato actually says, so you want me to come back to the village? Because Naruto did want Nagato and Conan to join, because he knows that Nagato will be a really good asset to the village, and Nagato and Conan are like, and Naruto as sibling students, so Nagato and Conan are like his Naruto's older brother and older sister, since Jiraiya is his godfather, and he taught them first, and he's his new student, and they actually decide to go back, but plot twist, Zetsu, yes, Black Zetsu and White Zetsu, you know Zetsu appears, and Obito appears, well, Toby, and he actually pulls out one of the Rinnegan, because Zetsu actually told Obito that the Rinnegan, you need massive amounts of chakra, and he's not going to be able to handle both of them, just take one, and they were able to catch them off guard and take one. Naruto actually did try to stop Toby by using one of his, the Kurama, hand extension, but of course Obito was actually intangible, and then he's like, better luck next time, Nine Tails, I will come back for you. Anyways, goodbye. And that's where I'm gonna end off. I did say an hour, I'll try to make an hour, but it's currently 1:15, and yesterday I slept at 2:30 a.m. and it was not a good sleep because I slept through half my class. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I need my sleep, guys. I can't be doing this all the time. So, but tomorrow, because I'm gonna get a fresh trim. No, I'm joking. I'm just gonna cut at home because I don't want to go to the saloon, to the barbers. I don't know what could be there. I just want to make it short, and there's no point of wasting money on it. I don't like stylish haircuts anyway, hairstyles. And I'm just gonna go. I wanted to go bald, to be honest, but yeah, nah. I just don't feel like it because I'm going out with my friends and I don't want them to take the piss. And tomorrow I will record another half an hour video. It's probably going to be the BG wave. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. Subscribe to Ratreet, Miniman123. Also, go follow Shokiro on Discord. I mean on Instagram. He's an amazing artist. He made my profile picture for YouTube now. Also, one more thing before I leave. Please join my Discord server and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And also, if you go to my community tabs, I actually shouted out my cousin. Let's get her to 100 subscribers by tomorrow morning. I want to see at least 100 messages tomorrow morning when I wake up, telling me that she hit 100 subscribers. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe, and peace.